Hello, welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. In this video, you're going to be hearing from Judge Antoinette Plogstedt. She'll be discussing with you how to answer a judge's questions during hearings. Enjoy.
Welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. I'm Antoinette Plogstedt, and I served as Orange County Judge for a period of 12 years. During that capacity, I had the privilege of presiding over thousands of hearings. A common mistake that lawyers make is not adequately preparing for questions from the judge. You'll find that some judges may ask a lot of tough questions. Other judges might not ask any questions during a hearing. You should be prepared to answer those tough questions from the bench. Put your best foot forward and win the case for your client. Many cases can be won or lost simply by the manner in which a lawyer answers a question. So I'd like to share with you 5 helpful tips to help you prepare for your next hearing. Number 1, anticipate what questions the judge might ask you. This is not as daunting task as it first sounds. You can expect a question about the weakness in your facts of your case. You should certainly expect a question about the weaknesses in your legal position. Prepare for those questions. Be prepared to answer those questions, and your credibility will go a long way with the judge. Number 2, listen to the questions posed by the judge. A common mistake that lawyers make is thinking so much about what they're going to say next that they're not actually listening to what the opposing side is saying to the judge, nor are they listening to the judge's questions to the opposing side. Capitalize on those questions because they reflect what the judge is thinking at the time. And the judge is pointing out the weaknesses in your opponent's argument. Use that when you make your own argument. Most importantly, listen carefully to the question that the judge is providing to you. You don't want to provide an answer to the wrong question. Make sure you and the judge have clear communication. Next, if you don't understand the judge's question, don't be afraid to say so. Ask the judge to explain the question. Ask the judge to rephrase the question. Clear communication is key. The judge will respect the fact that you're inquiring about the question, and you certainly want to make sure you're answering the right question. Next, answer the judge's question. Many times lawyers hedge, they're evasive, they're afraid to take head-on a direct question from a judge that's going to point out the weakness in your case. If you don't answer the judge's question, you've just sent a message to the judge that the judge has hit on the weak point in your case. And then you can end up with a thought that, well, all of us in the courtroom now agree that you'd lose. Be careful, answer those direct questions. Again, your credibility will go a long way, not only in that court case, in that hearing, but the next time you see that judge over and over again. Give a clear answer to a clear question. If the judge is pointing out the weakness in your case, acknowledge that, and then explain to the judge how other facts are perhaps more important, or how a case can actually be distinguished as it's applied to the facts of your case. And lastly, if you don't know the answer to the judge's question, tell the judge. Be forthcoming. Tell the judge you don't know the answer, and then ask for that opportunity to provide that authority or answer that factual question at a later date. However, be careful. Before you leave, you should know the format that the judge expects. For example, is the judge expecting you to send an email? Is the judge expecting something electronically filed, something in paper? Is the judge expecting a memorandum of law, a paper copy of the case, maybe a quick summary? If you're the opposing party, you should also know from the judge whether you'll have an opportunity to respond. Know what time frame the judge is thinking. You might be thinking a week is a reasonable time frame to respond. The judge may be thinking 24 hours. Be clear and leave with clear direction. I hope that these tips will help you when you prepare for your next hearing. Good luck.